Kelly, can I say something to the people of Nashville really fast?
You know what? Yes, ready, and go now. Yes.
If you guys are hanging around on Beale Street,
That's in
get home
Memphis.
and watch.
That's in Memphis. We're in Nashville. And take two, we are on Broadway. Ready, and go now.
If you guys are hanging out on Broadway Street, get off that street and watch New Girl at 9 o'clock tonight.
There it is. We are in Central Time Zone, so it will be 8, but I got you covered because you guys are awesome. And so we won't be going to Memphis. We'll be staying in tonight. We'll be here in Nashville. We'll be watching this episode of New Girl tonight because these guys, they love their jobs and they'd like to keep them. So tune in on Fox.
Please,
right
please watch it.
You guys are awesome.
Bro, what is this? Oh, I thought that was a roach. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Harry, did you see it? There was something in the bushes just there. There was something in the bushes. I could have sworn I saw a fox. Oh, just stop dawdling. Stand still and close your mouth.
There's an issue with your hard drive. You've not updated your software. Your MacBook is 13 years old.
What are you doing out there? Come inside. I'll make you a nice cup of tea. Sit down. Put your feet up. We'll put the fire on. And you can sit down and have a nice piece of cake.
No. I cannot have cake. I am gluten-free, vegan, and only water.
You didn't need to buy us dinner. Oh, for heaven's sake, we're retired. What a fabulous couple you are.
If you stroke a black cat for 3 days in a row, your family will be cursed.
I ate too many slices of cake, and now my stomach hurts.
Yeah, let me hold that quick.
Can you hold my drink for me?
Yeah, I got you.
That should help you. That hurt it. Ow.
I don't think hurt it.
Hurt it is a word.
You need help?
Leave me alone. Take it around.
There is nothing that gets on my nerves quite like someone who doesn't understand the principle of things or being angry about the principle of something. It isn't always about what you did, but it's about what you did represents. It's about the reason behind why you did what you did. The principle is the problem. It's the principle.
Hey, honored to meet you, Harry Mack.
Anthony.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
Oh my God.
Harry Mack, pleasure to meet you.
Y'all
Good to
don't
see you
even
again,
know.
Toby. What's
Y'all
going
don't
on?
even know. Hi, Harry Mack.
Harry Mack, pleasure to
Big
meet
fan,
you.
Liza.
Oh, for real?
Lovely to meet you. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm gonna throw some crazy ass words in.
That's what we're here to do. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna freestyle off the top of the dome. It's gonna be a collaboration. I can't do it without you guys. I need one creative, challenging word from everybody. What you got?
I'm gonna go with RC.
RC,
body.
the Ducati body. Let's go. Okay, RC.
Mama say, mama sa, mamaku.
Mama say, mama sa, mamaku sa. Woo! Okay. All right. All right.
Go with stratosphere.
Stratosphere. Mama say, mama sa, mamaku sa. Stratosphere.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. RC, Ducati body.
Yes.
Mama say, mama sa, mamaku sa.
All of it.
You can't say that without having rhythm to it, so that's cool. That's a bit of an assist. Stratosphere and kerfuffle. Or kerfluffle or kerfuffle?
Kerfuffle, but if you want to kerfuffle a word.
If I want to fluff it up a little bit. All right. So we're going to have some fun with it. I think I'm ready. Are y'all ready?
Yeah. Good luck, sir.
Let's get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Off the top of the dome. Listen. Illest performer out of California. I told y'all I'm the lyrical transformer. I get busy when I'm live up in this place, cause the way I put my rhymes together got me changing shape. Bend a square to a parallelogram. Cause when it comes to lyrics, I work magic. I can work a spell through jams. Then I'm swinging off the tip of this. I blow your mind with hard freeze. Pull up on the Ducati body like I was RC. To these rappers, I ain't really related. Hold up, RC, cause my bar's really creative. Yeah, I'm about to make them feel the rap. RC, cause I display the rare craft. I got acronyms for days, we spelling the letters. And when it comes to rhymes, can't nobody do it better. Y'all know I'm about to rock so raw. Mama say, mama sa, mama maku sa. Yeah, y'all know I brought the vision. I'm never dissing. It's impossible to say that without using rhythm. Yeah, and y'all know we add on like addition. Blessed to be in the presence of real lyricism. Shouts out to Toby in the presence of greatness. To a new plane, that's where Mac about to take this. Dope rappers getting hated forever. I slay it too clever, like your hair rhymes are braided together. It's Harry Mack, I'm on another plane. Give y'all the scoop. Plus you know I'm shining something like your silver hoops. Rappers can't recoup even when they invest. Cause when they be coming to kicking these lyrics, the people be knowing I'm fresh. Leave y'all a mess when I'm on it. I gotta keep it honest, illest rapping here. But I thought that was clear. Y'all ain't really have to fear, cause Mac is here. This rap is clear from a whole nother stratosphere. Yeah, there ain't no artist who could challenge me. In fact, I'm rhyming from a whole nother galaxy. Toby and Wigway bringing the greatness. We don't drive cars, we some rappers driving spaceships. I'm the illest in the Milky Way when I kill a phrase. Told you every lyric will be sounding real today. I called out your hoops and I left them in amazement. But I'm shining in gold like your bracelet. H-Mac, I bring it together. Fling it forever right off the tip. When it comes to lyrics, I don't need no script. Yeah, when it comes to bars, I'm never subtle like Rolex stubble and leave them more confused and kerfuffled. Yeah, H-Mac, y'all know I'm about to bust, no doubt. I said kerfuffle or should I fluff it out? Well, if we go with fluffy, I'ma show you now. Maybe it's kerfluffle cause they confused up in the clouds. Yeah, look at Fluffy, man, you know I might just damage you. Yeah, they be fluffy like a stuffed animal. Y'all know when I'm concocting these lines and rocking this rhyme, I'm changing shape like Optimus Prime. Pull my weight like a freight liner, I never stumble G, cause in this game I get buzzed like a bumblebee. Y'all know the daily, we really make it happen. It's H-Mac and I'm known for the crazy rapping. I used to tell them my rhyme and they would laugh. And now I'm here with the whole Transformer cast. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for your time and thank you for those words that's inspiring my rhymes. Oh, thank you so much.
I'm 23 and I have reached financial freedom, and one of the ways that I grow my money every single day without doing a single thing is by liquidating my assets. And if you don't know what that means, it means that I do not let my money just sit in my bank account doing nothing. I put it into liquid form every single day. I do not let my money just sit there. I put it into either a McDonald's Diet Coke or I'll put it into the Starbucks app. The Starbucks app I love because I can see my money grow. I can see myself get those rewards and put it into a brown sugar shake and espresso. Whatever liquids you do, just liquidate your assets.
Ask and you shall receive. Unless, of course, what's being asked is uncomfortable or uncalled for, in which case refer to these 5 scenarios. Corporate baddie edition. Of the most mild types of uncomfortable questions is when their urgency is not your emergency and you need to let them know that. Can you have this done by Thursday? Or, okay, so will you be accepting our offer? Take your power back by buying yourself time for no other reason, but no one should ever put you on the spot. Say something to the effect of, I'd like to take the day to think about that before getting back to you. Or I'd like to take the week. Let's say it's an offer letter. Second on the scale of mildly inappropriate to severely inappropriate is when not everything requires an opinion. Oh my God, can you believe X is dating someone 10 years younger than them? What were your thoughts on how was just off video for the entire meeting? Look, if you trust the person and want to gossip, by all means, just choose carefully because you are at work. If you don't want to gossip or truly just don't have an opinion, I would say something like, yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on that. If that feels too confrontational for you, I've given you a less confrontational option here, which is, yeah, I hadn't really given it much thought. Playing dumb goes a very, very long way. Now, when someone at work is trying to pry and get information out of you about someone else, they're really not to be trusted. So when it's not your story to tell, they've been out sick all week, like what's their deal? Do you know what's going on with them? Or I know you're friends with and they just interviewed yesterday, so tell me, like, are they gonna accept the offer? I would respond with, yeah, that's not really my story to tell, but I would just ask directly. Maybe this is a superior or someone that feels maybe intimidating to you. I would just laugh. Humor goes such a long way, and just be like, honestly, I think you know just as much as I do. Okay, these 2, 4 and 5 may or may not be based on real life scenarios when it's inappropriate AF. If they ask you if you're seeing anyone at the moment, if they ask you how old you are because you look so young, you don't have to answer. I do not see how the answer to that question benefits anyone. You can say it in your own tone, in your own style, say it in the mirror. I'm not giving you a non-confrontational one here because when people are inappropriate with you, you need to be confrontational with them. Now, here's where things get especially spicy. When they try to corner you with a loaded question, we're gonna pull you right out of that corner because nobody corners you. An example of a loaded question, true story, is you're not just gonna accept this offer and then leave when you find a better one, are you? I cannot make this one up. Are you this guarded because men in your life are oppressive? It is really important for you to understand that you cannot respond emotionally to these questions. As much as you might want to punch someone in the face and as much as they might deserve it, the only way to keep your dignity in a situation where you're being clearly disrespected and violated is to do your best to not show the emotions that you have every right to be feeling. This is exactly how I would respond. I would literally go like this. I'm really not sure how to respond to that. How would you respond? The person will probably just start stuttering and blabbing on. It feels awkward, but when someone is asking you a loaded question, it is a trap. Any way that you try to answer that question is you walking into that trap. Always best to deflect in these situations. Drop a comment below if there are any other questions you're getting at the workplace that you want some feedback on how to respond to. And remember, stay powerful, my love.
Hi, can I ask you something? How would you behave if you knew that you were next? I'll give you an example. I am about to graduate from grad school. I needed to call financial aid this morning in order to get a few things rectified so that everything was in order for me to go ahead and graduate. When I called, there were about 4 or 5 people ahead of me. And I was upset because I made sure and prepared so that I would call right when they opened. I couldn't believe that there were people still ahead of me. I wanted what I came there to get, so I waited in line. All of a sudden, the phone disconnected without me ever being able to speak to anybody. So now I'm irritated. I'm 38 hot, right? I call back, and remember before, there were about 4 or 5 people ahead of me. This time when I call back, there's only 2 people ahead of me. So my wait time is expedited. And once I hear the recording say, you're the next one in line, you're the next person in line, now I start scrambling, getting all my stuff, putting all my stuff together, getting all my information in a row. The reason that I was scrambling is because I was not prepared to be the next person in line. I wasn't even prepared for what it was that I was asking for, that I was irritated that I didn't have at the time. In this life, we don't get the luxury of a cute little recording that says, you are the next person in line. You have 2 people ahead of you. We don't have that luxury, right? But I'll ask you this question again. If you knew that you were next in line for everything that you've been manifesting, everything you've been praying for, crying about, how would you behave? How would you prepare? How would you act? Do it today. Get ready today. Get ready today, because it could be your turn tomorrow. I love you.
Nobody tells people who are beginners, and I really wish somebody had told this to me. All of us who do creative work, like, you know, we get into it, and we get into it because we have good taste. But it's like there's a gap, that for the first couple years that you're making stuff, what you're making isn't so good, okay? It's not that great. It's trying to be good. It has ambition to be good, but it's not quite that good. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, your taste is still killer. And your taste is good enough that you can tell that what you're making is kind of a disappointment to you. A lot of people never get past that phase. A lot of people at that point, they quit. The thing I would say to you is everybody goes through that. And for you to go through it, if you're going through it right now, if you're just getting out of that phase, you got to know it's totally normal. And the most important possible thing you could do is do a lot of work, do a huge volume of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week or every month, you know you're going to finish one story. Because it's only by actually going through a volume of work that you're actually going to catch up and close that gap. And the work you're making will be as good as your ambitions.
Can I ask you a question? I saw this recently, and it really struck a chord with me.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my question for you.
Okay.
If I were to reach into this lemon jar right now,
Okay.
and I were to pull out in cash, cold, hard cash,
Okay.
$1 million, and be like, babe, here you go. This is yours. Here's $1 million cash. You can have it and go do whatever you want with it.
Mm-hmm.
Would that put you in a good mood? Would you say it'd be pretty tough for the next, bit or so to ruffle your feathers
Yeah, probably.
and put you in a good mood?
Yeah.
What if I reached into that jar and I pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10 million cash?
That's a deep jar.
Yeah. And I said, this is yours. Go do whatever you want with it. I want to give you $10 million cash. Do you think you'd be in a good mood and it'd be pretty tough to bring you down for the next bit?
I think so.
What if I said, but you're not going to wake up tomorrow morning?
If I take the money?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, you will not wake up.
Then I won't take the money?
It's probably a wise choice. But the point is, what does that say about the value of waking up every single morning?
Oh, wow.
And being on this earth, living this life? You just said that getting $1 million or $10 million cash would be enough to not touch your mood for the next bit.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't we feel the same just waking up every single day? Because we are so blessed, and it is so rare that we are on this planet and we get to go to bed at night, wake up in the morning, and live this thing called life. Why don't we wake up every morning with the same thought process? I'm not going to let, this little thing get me down. This thing irritate me. This ruin my mood for the day, for the week. Because life is way, way more valuable than $1 million.
Best conversation technique ever. Yes and is when no matter what somebody says to you, even if it's negative, someone says to you, look, your product is too expensive. Yeah, and the reason why that is because we put more into L&D. Anytime you use yes and in a negative situation, it steers the conversation in a positive direction. Most people say yes but. And when you say yes but, you negate their thought. When you say yes and, you're building on their thoughts.
So you're still like pivoting every time they say
Always in a positive direction, no matter what you say to me. It doesn't matter how negative it is. Vin, we decided not to go with you. Yes, and I'd love to know why. Always positive. Otherwise people go, yeah, but what happened? Now you seem less. It's a very powerful language model.
I just got scolded by an older gentleman at the public library for wearing my hat, and I really wish I'd caught this on camera. So he walked by me and he told me that is very disrespectful to wear my hat inside. I asked him, what does being respectful mean to you? He looked very puzzled. So I said, I have my 3-year-old over there. Like, how would I explain to him what it means to be respectful? And he said, well, following the rules. And, well, obviously there's no rule about wearing a hat in the library. And I said, well, following the rules, that would be obedience, not respect, right? He goes, same thing. You have to respect your elders. I said, well, what do you mean by that? Again, he looked very puzzled. He said, well, if they tell you it's disrespectful to take your hat off, you take your hat off. I go, again, it sounds like you're describing obedience, not respect. I said, respect to me is to be kind and understanding of other people. After that, I just introduced myself and I shook his hand and I said, I really hope you have a nice day. And he left and it was fine. This is the perfect example of the difference between authoritarian parenting and conscious parenting. Authoritarian parenting confuses respect and obedience. And to follow rules for the sake of following rules, and often those rules are based off of preferences, not logic. So I'm trying to teach my son, question and challenge. That's okay.